sky. All right, let's get right into it. This is an announcement. This man. Let me make sure I get his name right. I'm gonna make sure I get his name right. Because it's Norwegian. Doing the biathlon. Sturla Holm Lægreid or Lægreid is his name. He made a confession while during a small interview with one of the newscasters out there in Milan Cortina in Italia. He was like, "I'm so glad I won the bronze." He won in third place, and he was happy about that. Who's this? Christopher Perkins. Yes, happy Nigger History Month to you. Salute to you, Christopher Perkins. Happy Nigger History Month. Yes, niggers got to get their shine too. But he admitted to it. He was like, a few months ago I did one of the worst things I could do in my life. Yes, free Diddy, Bumba. That's all we can say. It's free Diddy. But we're talking about this Sturla Holm Lægreid, excuse me, Lægreid or Lægreid. It's one of those special characters. I can't remember what it's called. I didn't know what it's called, but it looks like an A and an E together. So I think it's Lægreid. Anyway, he was saying that he made the public confession, hoping to persuade the woman to give him another chance. So he took home third place, which is amazing. Still, at least you got something. That's what Jerry Seinfeld said. Silver is the worst one to get. Second place is the worst place. First place is great. You're number one. You're in first place. You won. Third place is like, hey, at least you got something. That's you won. You're better than like 90% of the people that are in the world at whatever sport you're doing. So you should be glad about that. And but second place is like the worst because like you're the first loser. It's like, yeah, you're second place. You got silver. All right, great. You didn't get gold. Like that's the sickest part. But that was Jerry Seinfeld. See, Mr. Rick James, ladies and gentlemen. Today we with the great black professor of Iran, Scholar Dalbader sees as he discusses Sherlock Holmes fact. Sponsored by Evan Williams and Pure Life Water. Let's see some dollar sins. Bumbleclaw says vodka and Klonopin. Hey, oh, that's some dangers. I'm not even close to me and on some vodka and Klonopin. No, thank you. I say no to that. I'll take the Klonopin. I'll drop the vodka though. I will not take up the vodka. But anyway, so this guy he's crying. He's boohooing. I'm so sorry that he was wrapped up. He was wrapped up in emotion. It just had to spill out. It had to spill out in some way. So he was just wrapped up in the whole moment, and he couldn't figure out a way to say that he was a part of the winning team, the winning squad. I think he was by himself though. I think this is a individual. Yeah, it's an individual Olympic medal. Yeah, it's not part of a team. But he confessed to cheating, but not in the 20-kilometer individual race. That's funny. Lægreid, I'm still having trouble. Norwegians, they have their special names. He said the accomplishment was huge and went on to thank everyone who had helped and supported him, including the girlfriend he cheated on. But this is some simp stuff. He's simping. This is simping. This is serious simping. First of all, you let a girl know, look, this is an open book, this is open notes, or no book and no notes kind of test. That's what our relationship is going to be. You're not going to date anybody. I don't trust females that date outside of our relationship. I'm going to date as many women as I want. And you are going to be the main one. You're going to be my main broad. Sir, will you be discussing on Tommy? Yes, I know. I already talked about Grady. I can't think of his last name right now, but his actual name was Grady. But James Vanderbeek is dead, so you can get your loud packs for that. I was going to talk about him for a little bit. James Vanderbeek, famous for Dawson's Creek and other films and TV shows. He kicked the bucket. He bought the farm. You know, all the other cliches you can think of saying somebody died. He had colorectal cancer, so you know, pain in the ass no more. You know, he checked out. You know, I can't exactly. That's what I'm saying. I don't cry over no white man. You know me. You know me best. That's what I said. Get your loud packs ready. Get your loud packs ready. So I'm not gonna cry over no white man. That's for damn sure. But anyway, this I'm talking about this simp on the Olympics. This he puts the imp the simp in Olympics. Olympic simp. Yeah, I gotta see his name. I can't. It's gonna bother me. Gotta see his name. Demon Wilson. Grady Demon Wilson. That was his name. Just to make sure we get it on track. Just to make sure we're on track. But this simp, oh my God, he's talking about, oh, you know, I made the biggest mistake of my life a few months ago. I wonder if he had won gold if he would have confessed. I wonder if he had won gold if he would have confessed. Sir, I think you should hum the fancy song for honor the late great son of first name. No, I'm not gonna do that. There might be a copyright issue with that. Can't do that tonight. Will not be doing that at all. Not gonna be on this during this show. But he won bronze. He was third place. I just wonder if he won gold if he had confessed. If he had confessed to cheating on his girlfriend and saying all this stuff. Oh my God, I can't believe I did the worst thing in my life, you know, a few months ago. I can't take it. Here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kids. You don't ever stoop to the level of a simp. Ever. Never. You don't ever you come equipped with game. You say, look, I had an issue with my girl. That's it. You know, I don't have to explain myself. That's all I'm going to talk to you about. She misunderstood my macking, and I was not slacking on my macking. She misunderstood it. You know, that's the thing. People that say that, you know, they cheated. Oh my God, they cheated. They're not, you know, thinking like, oh yeah, I'm probably gonna hurt the person that I'm with right now. They're like, I'm trying to get some. You know, I'm trying to get it going. I'm trying to get, you know, a little bit of something on the side here. And it seems that it seems like she was probably like, and then that's the worst thing too. They always say, but I'm only human, but I'm only human, but I'm only human. Like Neil Armstrong wasn't human, or William Shakespeare wasn't human, or Toni Morrison wasn't human, or Percy Julian wasn't human, or you know, Ricky Ricardo wasn't human. You know, these are really great people. Bumba Cloth in the house. I see a Bumba Ross Class. And come on, finish it. G. Come on. Come on. G. You better put the E. Put the hard R. Put the hard R. Niggeer. What are you talking about? And. What is nigga and? Niggander. Nigga and R. Well, you messed it up. You're supposed to put the E. You're supposed to put the hard E. Nigger History Month. Yes. He put and instead of the hard E. You need to put that hard ER. Hard ER on that nigger. Make it strong. But he said this is verbatim. I'm not quite sure what I'm trying to say by saying this now, but sport has taken a backseat in recent days. I wish I could share this with her. That's a simp. That's a simp right there. That's total simpage. That's simpington. That's simpology. That's a symptom of a simp. And then he did the biathlon, so he's a multitasker. This is a multitasker. He should be having different women. He's doing different things. He's got to shoot. He's got to run. He's got to ski. He said, I hope that committing social suicide might show her how much I love her, Lægreid said. According to a Google translation of the article, I have nothing to lose. It's hard to forgive even after a declaration of love in front of the whole world, she wrote to the newspaper. Ooh, so she's not going to forgive him, most likely. I didn't choose to be put in this position, and it's painful to have to endure it. We've been in contact, and he's aware of my feelings about this, she added. On Wednesday, Lægreid released a statement through the Norwegian team. I deeply regret sharing this personal story on what a day of celebration for Norwegian biathlon. I'm not quite myself these days and not thinking clearly. My apologies go to Johan Olaf, who deserved all the attention after winning gold. So he got in first place, his buddy. They also go to my ex-girlfriend, who unwillingly ended up in the media spotlight. I hope she is doing well. I cannot undo this, but I will now put it behind me and focus on the Olympics. I will answer any further questions about this. He's scheduled to race the men's 15-kilometer mass start on February 20th. Oh my God. So this is a simp. This is a super simp. He called out his girlfriend, and anybody that knows her is looking at her like, girl. Oh, exactly, it's Olympics. Yes, you blind. No, you just forgot the E. You forgot that hard ER. I was waiting for the hard ER, Bumba. Are you Michael Jackson's love child? Wandy. You only get one question before you start paying. You got to pay for that next question. I know that's from a song, and that's actually from the CPR classes. They would ask of the dummy. They'll question it. So, what am I doing? So I think with with his level of simplicity, simpliciousness. I mean, this is staggering level of simping. Like, this is just on another level of, saying, "Oh my God, I can't believe I did this to my ex-girlfriend. I was going through some things in my life. I'm so glad I won bronze." Like, okay, but what are you gonna do? Who's gonna take you in next? Somebody's out there. That, I could change him. I could change him. I could bring him into another place. I could change him. You're not gonna change a simp. Simp is gonna simp. It's simping. Simple simps. That's the way it goes. Saying he wasn't thinking clearly. You were thinking clearly when you were with the other girl, weren't you? You were thinking really clearly. When you unzipped your pants and she slid down her panties, you were thinking mighty clearly, I'm sure. But no, oh yeah, you win. And that's the thing. If he had lost, we wouldn't even know about it. If he came in fourth, we wouldn't even know about it. He wouldn't even been in a position to say it on the news or anything, during the interview or anything. We wouldn't even have a clue. But this simp, this Norwegian simp, Lægreid, I mean, just awful. Awful display of manliness, of masculinity, of manhood. No game. No game. He's got the bronze game, but that's about all he's got. He's boo-hooing and I'm so sorry to my ex-girlfriend. I can't believe I did this so many months ago. I let her down. I can't believe I did it. What? If you don't, there's 1,000 of hers. There's only one of him. He's an Olympic athlete who just won bronze on a team that won silver and gold. Well, no, just won gold. Norway won gold and bronze. France won silver. But it just hits me hard because I'm like, damn, this nigga is just a complete simp. Just simping hard out here. It's easy out here for a simp. That's why it is. It's easy out here for a simp because all you gotta do is simp. Simp gon' simp. That's as simple as it is. They put the simp in simple. Simpleton. Watching these Olympics and they're extraordinary. Watching the athletes. Like I said, he's a bronze medal winning. From what I understand, that's his only medal. I might be incorrect, but that's the only time I've seen it that he won the bronze. Nobody. There's like of the billions of people on this planet, there's probably like 10 to 12, seriously, other people that can contend with him. He's that good of an athlete. I'm not saying he's a bad athlete. He's a great athlete. I think I heard that before, Bubba. Sky looked like a young Jason Whitlock. I think I heard that before. Hold on, let me see what Jason Whitlock looks like. I can't remember. Hold on. He's one of those commentators, right? Yeah, he's a commentator. I don't look like that nigga. That nigga look like he eats lasagna for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I do not look like Jason Whitlock. You're going to have to take that back, sir. But anyway. Well, where were we at? Let me see. I'm trying to find out where I was. Where was I? Come on, where was I? I don't know where it went. Oh, there it is. Yeah, so I'm getting all this from the LA Times. I actually saw the video. It's on it's on my page on vocal.media. If you go there, look up Skylar Saunders. Just put in Lægreid or Lægreid. What's his first name? I forgot his first name. Put in Sturla Holm Lægreid and my name, Skylar Saunders, and you'll be able to read the actual notes on the specific case. It's extraordinary. It really is. It really is extraordinary. So maybe they should start doing that. If you cheat on your girlfriend, you get stripped of your medals. And you start whining and crying about it into the press. And you're saying, you made a mistake months ago and all this stuff. Come on, man. Man up. Man up. Be masculine. Be thoughtful. Think. Use your brain. Think. That's the main thing about being a man. The man who thinks. Uses his noggin. Uses his noodle. His nodule. That's the key to this whole game. And women too. Women, they'll pressure you. I'm talking about the heterosexual world. I don't know about the queer community. I'm not in the queer community. I only know about the heterosexual world. Did you hear about the mind-blowing news about Kurt Cobain? No one, that's a little joke. Ha, 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 he. That's a dark joke. Jesus Christ. That's a dark joke. Damn. He blew his mind away in a car. But he wasn't in a car, but he was in his house. He had shotgun mouthwash. Shotgun mouthwash. Nobody was ruled murder. Okay, what? I did not see that news right there, boy. Let me see that. Hold on. What you talking about? It says police decline to investigate Kurt Cobain homicide report. So this is not real. Kurt Cobain's death was a homicide report. Homicide by independent investigators. Police not reopening the case. So they're not looking for it. Independent investigators. That could be, that's like undercover detective. It's like what are they called? Jesus, private investigators. That's like a private investigator. You can't go by them that much. But thank you for telling me about that, Bumble. I missed that whole story. I could have had a whole show based on that. Seattle police respond to new Kurt Cobain homicide claim. Wow. Okay, this is just a few hours ago. This is not even that long ago. This isn't from yesterday or anything. Or this morning. My news today is from this morning. But thank you for telling me that, Bumble. I did not know that. See, I get more I get more information from my own viewers. It was Courtney. Oh, hey, pause. You don't know anything like that? The views expressed by Sir Rick James do not reflect those of Skylar Saunders or any of his affiliates. Viewer discussion is advised. So how do you feel about the Savannah Guthrie mother? I already talked about Savannah Guthrie. I said her mother, I hope she's safe. I hope she's cool. I don't really care. She would not care about my black ass being lost or kidnapped or anything like that. So I don't really care about her like that. I just hope that she's, safe and sound and, found in the right condition. She's not hurt, in any way. If it was my elderly ass that wasn't missing, ain't no one man handing me from my GAC. That's on you though, Rick James. I respect you. I respect you and your opinions and your estimation. Now, it's very distressing, but I'm gonna stay on the simp topic because I studied the simp topic today. He is, an example of just how to not be a fool man. He's like a man child, like the Sabrina Carpenter song. He's a man child because who cheat? That's like the I'm only human, born to make mistakes. No, I'm only human, of flesh and blood I'm made. I'm only human, born to make mistakes. It's crazy. It's crazy. Bubba said, rock Nancy. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, yeah, let her be clear and clean and under control. But, she wouldn't. Well, is the nigger still missing? I mean, that's what she would be like for me if it was the roles were reversed. If I was Savannah, if Savannah Guthrie was, I was her father, and I came up missing, some old white lady, or some young white man would probably be like, I don't care about that nigger. I don't care. Like I said, in between these posts, make sure you get your loud packs for James Vanderbeek. What's it called? Dawson's Creek and Varsity Blues. He has 6 kids, a wife. Texas Rangers. He had colorectal cancer, so like I said, he doesn't have a pain in the ass no more. Stop. James looked old. In some pictures he does. He looks like he's a little aged, but some pictures look like he's pretty young. He was 48, so it's kind of up there. He would have been 49 next month. But anyway, yeah, smoke your loud packs while you listen to the show for James Vanderbeek. Get those loud packs going. And we're just gonna ride out on this simp. We're riding out on him. We're crushing him. You know, we're defeating him. We're engaging with the enemy. Enemy is a simp. Enemy is not the woman. Enemy is not the female. It's the simps. It's these BAN. If you can catch my drift, what that is. I'm gonna just say bitch ass niggas. Bitch ass niggas like Liger. Sturla Holm Lægreid. He's a bitch ass nigga. And he knew it. He knew it when he was on the stand, right? I'm so sorry for having cheated on my girlfriend. I'm just so sorry. I can't believe it's like confessions. Like, why would you? If you were 7th place, nobody would even know about this. You wouldn't even. You could probably still be with your girl, but you broke up with her apparently. She didn't. This isn't news to her. That she already knew. She already said, we're not together anymore. He said ex-girlfriend. It's not like his girlfriend right now. She's like, oh my God, he cheated on me. It wasn't like that. It was like, yeah, he cheated on me, and he's in the Olympics now, and he won bronze medal. Good for him. I'm not going back to his ass. That's the reality of it. Nobody wants to contend with that. Nobody wants to fight that. It's just the truth. It was 3 months ago he cheated on her. He wasn't boo-hooing and crying in front of the Punani. He wasn't like, I'm just going to, blow your back out. And, and then 3 months from now, I'm going to be crying too, saying I cheated on my girl with you. Oh my God. Bringing tears to my eye. Can't believe it. It's so horrible. It's so terrible. But that's the reality. That's the reality of being a simp. Not being able to, you don't have to be a pimp. You should just be like, I'm myself. I'm not a simp and I'm not a pimp. I'm a man first and I'm a Marine. That's how I recognize myself. I have standards, values, virtues, and principles that I abide by and live up to every day. So that's how I maneuver throughout the world. So you're never gonna catch me at the podium or the platform and being interviewed and saying, "I cheated on my girl. I'm so glad I got this bronze medal, but I cheated on her." Like, what, nigga? What are you doing? You're making all niggas in the world look bad, especially special niggas like you. You a special nigga. Like on the snow and on the ice and on that, all that. You a special. You a biathlete. Is it? Yeah, biathlete. You're a biathlete. You did something extraordinary. Tens of thousands, if not millions, probably billions of people can't even do. And on that level, on this stage, on the world stage, at what is it, Milano Cortina? Yeah, Milano Cortina. What are you thinking? What's going through your mind? Well, this is your first question, Deadshot 5391. You're in Marine. I am a Marine. Not just I was in the Marines. I am a Marine. That was your first question. The next question you ask has to be followed by $signs. That's how I roll. So I'm done with the simp. I'm done with him. Let's move on. All right, passport boys on the traveling. getting the caviar pancakes and the black sands, all that. I'm talking about Tony Yayo. If anybody deserves a Presidential Medal of Freedom, it's Tony Yayo. He has held down the boss, 50 Cent, for decades. For decades. I think he's the last person in G Unit besides 50 Cent. Olivia's gone, Game's gone, Lloyd Banks is gone. He may be the only one in G Unit, I think. I'm pretty sure, besides he and 50. They're the only ones. Is there a rabbit under that hat? That's your first question? Just watching 74? I'm going to say no, there isn't. That was cute. That was cute. Hi, Madeline 7393. Hi. How are you doing? All right, but Tony Yayo was on an airplane, first class, Delta Airlines, first class. Probably cost $5,000 to $2,000, $10,000 for first class ticket. He's part of the Passport Boys outfit. They go all over the world. I think he has a Passport Boys like program or something like that to see if inner city kids go on different trips or something. I'm not 100% sure. I did not investigate that. All I investigated was the fight, or the would have been fight. Ja Rule was on the same flight, and he kept on looking back and saying, "We good, we good, we good." Then he stood up, started yelling and shouting, saying all this stuff. He was saying all this yayo, yin yang. Okay, so this is very interesting. Okay, so Passport Boys, they go all over the world, as the name implies. They use their air miles, their time on there. This is like a special case because it's like, who knows how much money Tony Yayo has? He may have $200,000. He may have $2 million. I don't know. Ja Rule's net worth that I saw on the web is like $4 million. It may be $10 million. It may be $600,000. I don't know, but we'll not. We may never know. All we know is that Uncle Murder was doing the footage. He was on the camera the whole time and caught Ja Rule slipping, and I don't know if they asked him off the plane, but they asked him to get in the seat or something like that because he was yelling. He was like at the top of his lungs. He was like, "Oh my god, oh, we good, we good." He kept saying that over and over and over again. I actually like Ja Rule, but he seems like he fell off like really hard. He fell off in a major way. He was on top. He had a streak. He had a run. He and Ashanti, they were like Ashford and Simpson. They had the rap and R&B game on lock. And then he had the J-Lo song, and then that was the one where she said, I tell my niggas behind their business, they don't hear me though. And then you got to remember her audience. Her audience is teeny bopper, white, and Hispanic kids, and some black people too. But they probably were offended in some way because she used the word nigger. Because that's not her. That's not her brand. That's not her ideal. That's not her core audience. Fat Joe can get away with it, even though Mr. Troy Star Terrain said that called him a spick right in front of his face on the radio show. But he could get away with it because his core audience is black men, mainly black young men. 13 to 18, 18 to 34, or something like that, in that demographic. I was just like, this is crazy. Why is this happening? This is what I want, to see. I might have to chip in a few dollars to see Tony Yayo on a private jet, a personal jet. The private jet, it is a private jet. It's just a commercial jet. But it's private still. But I want him to be on a personal jet where he has full control over, what people can come on the plane or not. And he was saying verbatim, he said if 50 was on that plane, it would, well, I can't say verbatim, but if he said 50 was on that plane, it would have been a problem. I don't think he said that verbatim, but that was close to what he was saying. If 50 was on that flight, it wouldn't have been that nice. And what is this whole story about 50 Cent and Ja Rule having a boxing match? Is that still going down? I don't think that's going to go down. I don't see that happening. Their little tiff runs a little bit deeper than that. The decades-long feud between 50 Cent and Ja Rule, initiated around 1999 following a chain-snatching incident, remains one of hip-hop's most enduring rivalries, recently reignited in February 2026 with a physical in-flight confrontation involving Tony Yayo and Uncle Murder. The conflict has featured numerous diss tracks, physical altercations, and relentless trolling by 50 Cent, including buying out front row seats at a Ja Rule concert. He is one of the pettiest trolls of all time. He's like Bierce, Ambrose Bierce. He's like on that level of trolling. Wizards got a wrench. He says, how many beans have you popped so far? I only popped a few earlier in the morning, but not recently. Why do I sound like I'm dragging? What's going on? Ja Rule threw a... Yes! He threw a pillow! He threw a pillow! Nigga! What kind of... this nigga threw a pillow. It's the softest thing I heard in my life. You're in an altercation, you be like, here's a pillow. Like it's a pillow fight. Yes, 50 is the petty king. That's gangster. Throwing pillows is gangster now, apparently, according to Bumba. But 50, if he was on that plane, it would have been a different story. But I want to see this boxing match. I don't know if this boxing match is supposed to be. 50 Cent and Ja Rule are set to headline a live boxing match on Netflix on February 28th, 2026, aiming to settle their decades-long feud in the ring. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. This event follows a 1999 initiated rivalry marked by constant social media jams, diss tracks, emotional. Okay, the February 2026 altercation involving Tony Yayo and Uncle Murder. It's not going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. It's not going to happen. Ja Rule and 50 Cent hate each other a lot. Like, visceral hatred. Like, they despise each other. There's no way they're going to get around in a boxing match. Their hatred for one another. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So you can keep that. I think they can keep that Netflix special or whatever it's going to be. It's not happening. Can't happen. I can't see this happening. Oh, 50 Cent says he had to make a scene. Ja Rule 50 Cent feud erupts in pillow fight on flight from SFO after Super Bowl 60. Jesus Christ. How you gonna throw a pillow though? Come on, man. Ja Rule, come on. Where's Holly? Is Holly out there? Holly, check in wherever you are. If you're driving right now, pull over and start texting. Wherever you are, Holly, we have to talk about Ja Rule and 50 Cent. I know you despise Ja Rule, and you are really cool with 50 Cent. But that is atrocious on Ja Rule's part. The pillow throwing, that's just atrocious. Ja Rule down to get in the ring for a pillow fight. Oh my god. Oh my god. A pillow fight though. This nigga had a pillow fight. He was the one that launched the pillow. I don't think Uncle Murda or Tony Yayo launched a pillow back. I don't think they had a full on feathers flying pillow fight on the aircraft. Ja Rule took his first win. How did he take his first win with a pillow, Wiz? Are you kidding me? Are you being serious or are you joking? I can't tell. I can't tell tone. With these posts, I can't tell your tone if you're sarcastic or not. Ja Rule took his first win. 50 has been dog. He gets everybody. Then it's like he's just trolling for other people. For Ja Rule, it's not the same. He trolls Ja Rule, but it's on a different level. Like he and 50 Cent, he and Cameron, they squashed their feud. I don't want to say beef. They squashed their feud. They're cool. They don't have any problems. It's all good. Great. He has no problems with Jadakiss. I don't think he has a problem with Fat Joe or DJ Vlad or anybody like that. He is just trolling. He's just trolling. The real issue, the real problem is not with anyone but Ja Rule. Ja Rule is the main source of his animus. No, he had grown men intimidated. How were they intimidated? I didn't get any sense that they were intimidated. Uncle Murda would have put down the phone and probably got Aggie and would have stopped with the footage if he was intimidated. And Tony Yayo too. Tony Yayo was just like sitting. I think he was just sitting. He was just in the chair, and Ja Rule was standing up in the aisle, yelling and throwing pillows. So I don't see the intimidation in that. Don't see the intimidation in that. I would contend that Ja Rule he really messed up. I'll say that. Ja Rule messed up his life and his career, I think. I'm just saying. When he went to jail, that kind of messed him up, I think. That messed up his money train, his gravy train, all that. Everything came to a halt, basically, when he went to prison. And I think he went to prison for like tax evasion or something like that. What gun possession and tax evasion. I was right. He served 2 years. He was released in 2013. Jeffrey Atkins. he had to pay $1.1 million between 2004 and 2008. So this is the thing, like Ja Rule is a huge star, or was a huge star, especially in the early 2000s. Tony Yayo is like a super second-hand man, super underboss. He never achieved the platinum status as Ja Rule. He never did that, but they on that same flight. Come on, man. Ja Rule should have been on a personal jet by now. I remember when he was going for a Maybach Benz. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this right here. Yeah. Bumba, I smell punani. Is that you, Ja? Tony is a groupie. Wow, that's a hard shot. That's a hard shot, Wiz. I'm surprised at you. Tony is not a groupie. He's an underboss. He is a second man. He holds down the boss regardless. I want to say the fun word, irregardless, even though it's not a word, but it's fun to say. He's not a groupie, sir. Not in any sense, any way, shape, or form. He's not a groupie. He's a standalone. He's on his own. He's on his own. I know he's an underboss, but he's his own man too. He's not just looking out for 50. He's looking out for Tony Yayo too. So the Passport Boys, that must have been his idea, and he took it to another level. And I think that's really extraordinary. He's going around the world, getting his passport stamped, all that. Tony can't hold his own. He's already holding his own. What do you think the Passport Boys are? He's holding his own. What are you talking about? The Passport Boys. That's holding his own. 50's not holding his hand. He's allowing him to do his thing. Tony can't hold his own. Come on, Wiz. You drawing? You off of that yak? What you doing, sir? You on them pills too? You on Molly right now? You feeling yourself? What's going on? But like I said, Tony Yayo deserves a Presidential Medal of Freedom for his efforts. Everything he got is built on the back of 50 y'all bias. Everything he got is based on him. He is based on his own man. That's what an underboss is. An underboss is supposed to be number 2. It's supposed to carry the weapon, carry the weed, do that. The underboss is supposed to, back up the main guy. He said in an interview, I can't know if it was verbatim, but he was like, I'm here. 50 here. He's the megastar. He's the superstar. He knows his place. But it's a place of security. He's not a child. He's a grown man and on his own terms. That's a fact. There are very few people that can stand and say, look, I'm going to be the supporting actor. I'm going to be the stuntman. Like Brad Pitt in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. He was Leonardo DiCaprio's stuntman. You got to take your lumps sometimes. You can't be the star. You're not going to be the star. He's not the star. 50's the star. He's a superstar. He's a megastar. Tony Yayo's just an underboss. But he's a great underboss. Maybe he's not just an underboss. He definitely is an underboss. He's a second in command. He's a lieutenant to the captain or a sergeant major of the like sergeant major of the Marine Corps. He's like a sergeant major of the Marine Corps, and then there's the commandant. That's 50 Cent. 50 Cent is the enlisted general of G Unit. Excuse me, not enlisted. The officer general of G Unit, and Tony Yayo is the enlisted sergeant major of G Unit. If I had to make a metaphor, you guys might not get that. I hope you will. Look up commandant. Look up sergeant major of the Marine Corps. You'll get my gist if you understand what I'm saying. So he's stamping his passport. He's going all over the world. Like I said, he's got the caviar on the pancakes. I didn't even know you could do that. He got the caviar on the pancakes. God damn it! Who can say that? Woke up in the morning. Let me get some caviar on some pancakes. Let me get some caviar on some pancakes. Let me do that. Let me walk into Black Sands. Young Buck cleans. Yes, another one. Game, Olivia, Young Buck, Lloyd Banks, all of them have dropped off of G Unit. Young Buck cleans the jock straps. That's probably true. Did you see Canada? Canada what? When you're saying Canada, what did Canada do? What did the whole country of Canada do? Oh yeah, the shooting. That's true. I just remembered that. There was a shooting. 10 people dead. Crazy. At least 8 people. It said 8 people dead. Dozens injured in Canada shootings. So they really want to be like the 51st state, I see. They trying to be, 51st state. That's America's business right there. That's what we're used to. Multiple shootings. Tumbler Ridge school shooting. Police identify Canada attack as Jesse Von Rutzler. How common are shootings like these in Canada? Mass shootings in Canada are rare, particularly compared with the neighboring United States. No kidding. Analysts have long pointed to Canada's stricter gun laws, which make it difficult to own handguns or assault-style weapons, to explain the difference. Yesterday's attack is the second deadliest school shooting in Canadian history, behind a 1989 tragedy that saw a 25-year-old man claiming to be anti-feminist burst into a Montreal school. He killed 13 female students and a secretary before taking his own life. Niggas just go off the rails. Just go off the rails. The country's deadliest shooting took place in 2020 when a man disguised as a police officer went on a shooting and arson rampage in the eastern province of Nova Scotia, killing 22 people. The government later banned 1,500 models of assault weapons in response to the attack. I mean, do you have to ban the assault rifle, or should you ban the people that are behind the assault rifle? I mean, that's a common cliche. It's like, guns don't kill people, people kill people. Of course, it's a fact, true, but it's like they should have a better way of doing it. It was trans. Well, they had some issues with the feminism in the 80s. I don't know if it's the same story right now. I didn't know if it was trans or not. Here we go. The suspect was born as a biological male who had started transitioning about 6 years ago and identified in public and on social media as a female. So what's the Q community going to say about this? They're like, oh, well, I mean, we have our issues too. We have our problems. In the Q community, there's just so much that you can take. So disgusting. Not trans. I'm just saying the situation is disgusting. It's very distressing. Very ugly scene. Very disgusting. Very disturbing. It's a pattern, probably furry too. Why I say furry? Hold on. Why you say furry? I don't understand what the furry guy has anything to do with it. So loud packs for James Vanderbeek, for the Canadians, students. Loud pack for them. And loud pack for Ja Rule for, throwing a pillow, doing an altercation on the flight. I mean, who arranged that? They could have found out about that. Somebody did that on purpose. Somebody did that on purpose. They had the same flight, the same time, the same area. Nigga, somebody did it on purpose. Probably Nancy Loudpacks, sadly. Let's not say probably. Let's just say, until she does, let's hope she's, safe and sound. I really don't give a damn about her that much, but let her be safe and sound. Because I'm sure it was the other way around. She's like, I don't give a damn about that nigger. Turn on Wheel of Fortune. Did you see Ski Mask? What are you talking about? Bumble, what do you just come at me with some crazy stuff? Did you see Ski Mask? Ski Mask what? Ski Mask, is that a rapper? Or I can't tell what you're talking about, Bumble. Give me some more information. Give me a little bit more material to work with. Did you see Ski Mask? What Ski Mask where? What Ski Mask the Slump God? I don't know who you're talking about. Did you see Ski Mask? I love how y'all just the guy, the Ski Mask getting Nancy. Oh, I didn't know. I did not. I only saw a little bit of the blood on the floor. That's all I really understood. And the ring, the camera not being in position. Yeah, the doorbell camera. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The doorbell camera not be in position or something like that, or the footage running out, something like that. They said they got him on the camera, but they can't, determine who it was. This all seems very, very movie like, very television oriented. Something. They're gonna have a dateline. Could you imagine? How are they gonna have a dateline about this? That would be crazy. Excuse me. That'd be crazy. If they had a dateline about her being abducted, whoo, that would probably have major views though. That would probably have a lot of ratings. People are hungry for ratings, and they would have Savannah on there she'd be sitting across. She wouldn't be in the anchor or the host of the show. It'd be Lester Holt. He would be asking her questions. So I could just all I can say is let her be okay. Let her be fine. Let her be all right. Let her be safe. Arizona for Wow, you know what? You know what? Isn't that weird how they have states in their names? Raising Arizona and Fargo, or not state, but geographic locations. Raising Arizona and Fargo. Ethan and is it Joel Cohen? I think the Cohen brothers. Yeah, the kidnapping and all that. Yeah, that's whew. That's harsh. That's very harsh. Very, very harsh. Strong, strong. But let me finish up with Tony Yeo. Tony Yeo is an underboss. He holds down the boss. I think he's like the only artist I think literally on G Unit. Game's gone. Olivia's gone. Tony Yeo, Young Buck's gone. Lloyd Banks is gone. I think that was the main four artists. I can't think of it. And then Tony Yeo's on the label too, and 50. But 50's way beyond. He's thinking about Shreveport. He's thinking about getting money with white people. He's not worried about you niggas talking dumb ish. Oh, y'all ride 50D too hard. No, what do you mean y'all? I'm just saying this is the truth. This is the facts. You say I am. I'm not. But don't say y'all. Just say you. You say I'm not. But I'm just telling you the truth. Did a cat go across your keyboard there, Bumba? I'm talking about Tony Yeo. Tony Yeo is a excellent underboss. If you had any issues, any problems, you can go to Tony Yeo before you go to 50. Like I said, he's the sergeant major of the Marine of the G Unit, and 50 Cent is the commandant of G Unit. He holds him down. He a man child. Who's the man child? Who's the he? Who's the man child? I don't know what you mean. I'm really good with the boys because I used to be one. Anybody remember that? Go check out Gully TV. Okay. Her 50 baby mama was at the freak offs. I don't know, but he's about to go at LeBron. That's for sure. That's his next target. LeBron. LeBron's like all cool and everything, and he's in the GOAT category, and everybody's discussing who's better, who's hot, who's not. And he's talking about off the court is a totally different situation. He's a totally different person. Allegedly, he shows himself to be not that great. So I'm looking forward to that LeBron James documentary. Gonna see what that's gonna be about. Tony wants to be 50 baby mother. Let's slow that down. Pause. Slow that down. That's hate. That's super hate. But I'd like to thank you all for coming to my channel. watching this illustrious show. Wonderful. I do a whole hour all by myself, 2 topics, and I do appreciate you. So continue to support me, and I will definitely continue to do all these shows. Thank you very much. Take care.